Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now we're taking a look at Commando for the Commodore Amiga. Port of the arcade game of the same name, and the main 8-bit computers were treated to their various ports a few years earlier. Elite Systems published this one. And as someone who had a ZX Spectrum back in the day, I was really impressed with the Spectrum port of it. It was superb. It captured the overall frantic nature of the original arcade version. You've managed to put the and you've managed to recapture the idea of when you sort of change direction while firing. The bullets gradually arc round. They captured that in that version, and that version is just so fast and playable. I still have fond memories of it, and I still love to revisit it every now and then. So let's see how this Amiga version fares. So you get the Spectrum version of, unlike the Spectrum version, you actually get the original arcade thing of landing in the of the helicopter dropping Super Joe off and on your way. And that thing of being able to arc the fire round, it doesn't seem to be present in this version. And I've also noticed that the firing range of Super Joe seems to be noticeably shorter in this version, possibly even more so than the original arcade version. Oh, for God's sake. Well, the sound effects of the machine gun are quite good. That didn't touch me, so we've already got a problem with iffy hit detection. Let's try that again. That was a bit of a disaster. Oh, for God's sake. You shoot you just as you're about to pummel them. Music's not great. I mean, this is an Amiga, but then this was around the sort of time we were getting lazy Atari ST ports, so chances are it's another one of those. Oh, move! So it's very easy to get stuck on the scenery in this and not be able to fire through it. See, look, the bullets. You can't shoot through the. Oh no, God! See, I should have died there. Well, I know I died eventually, but that guy touched me, so I should have died. And how did that guy on the left not get blown up as well? Surely that grenade was close enough. And those bullets just went straight through me there. So this gives you an idea of how iffy the hit detection is. The bullets hit things whenever they feel like it. So now we've reached the bit where we have to cope with the onslaught of people coming out of this gate, and occasionally from the sides. Oh, come on, I shot that guy. Those bullets went straight through him. He didn't touch me. I mean, he was close, but he didn't touch me. You can't have more than 9 grenades in this version, so you can't stockpile to the extent you can in Spectrum version, so you won't be able to have over 100 grenades like you can in that version. So, but another thing I've noticed in this game is that the number of boxes that you pick up is supposed to be the same number of grenades that you pick up. Unfortunately, I've noticed several occasions that he didn't touch me. So it was fine then, but I've had previous goes of this in which I'd pick up that box of 3 on the right and it'd only give me 1. If you're picking up a box of 3 grenades, then you should get 3 grenades, not 1. See, that bullet should have killed me. Ah, that one did. Yeah, this game's rather unfair. I mean, even though it doesn't look and sound as good, the Spectrum version absolutely pisses all over this. It's really hard to get both of those guys surrounding that prisoner because the range of your gun is so short. Oh, come on, that should have blown both of them up. They can shoot through the sandbags, you can't. See, that should have blown them both up. That grenade was clearly close enough. See, they both blew up. Yeah, this music's so disappointing. The Amiga's so much more capable of doing decent music than this. The controls are generally responsive, but without having the ability to have the bullets gradually arcing round as you turn a corner, it does make the game more annoying than it really needed to be. I mean, they kept that in the Spectrum version. That's an 8-bit machine with far less memory. So at least we got onto the second stage this time. Oh, bugger off. And as in other versions, the only way to take out these guys in the trenches is to use your grenades, but the other alternative is you simply walk past the trenches and they sink down into it and never bother you again. That bullet should have hit me. Well, it did. But it just went straight through me. See, this is an example of how iffy the hit detection is in this. Right, so now you've got to cope with people coming out of these side caves. See, I can't even pick those grenades up anymore, even though I clearly touched them. Oh, for crying out loud! So you always start with 6 grenades. You don't get stopped. You don't get stockpile grenades. You always go back to 6. If you either lose a life or complete an area, you'll go back to 6 grenades every time in this version. Oh, come on! I clearly shot that guy at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, bullet should have killed me. And that one. What a bloody mess this hit detection in this game is. That should have killed me. Oh, so should that. And the grenades have such a tiny blast radius on it, so one you can hit anything with them. Oh, for God's sake! Collision detection is so inconsistent. Oh, for God's sake. So yeah, you get this method of entering your name. That's one of the few times I don't mind not simply being able to type it because it's done so well. But why is shooting range so short? Yay, managed to save that guy this time. Another problem I have is you don't get any invulnerability when you spawn. So it's in certain circumstances, as I found out with when I was playing this a bit before starting this review, it's possible to get killed within a second of spawning because you can suddenly find yourself right next to enemies. Oh, go away. Oh, for God's sake. See, look, I picked up a box of 3 there, and it only gave me 1. That's why it only says 7. Now, that bullet should have killed me because it went straight through me. Oh, for God's sake. See, the bullets just hit whenever they feel like it. And that one, at that time, it gave me 2. I mean, what the hell? Pick up a box of 3, you should get 3 grenades. If you pick up a box of 5, you should get 5 grenades. And you can't get boxes of 2 grenades. So how did I pick up 2? Oh, for God's sake! 6 grenades, and it's only giving me 2 again. Ugh. And that bullet went straight through me. And that one. Oh, God alive. This is so badly programmed. I mean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this turned out to be an Atari ST port and that bullet went straight through me as well. For God's sake, I can't bear this. I've had enough of this very disappointing version. Generally looks quite nice, although they're not the best graphics that the Amiga could have done. I mean, they serve the job, and generally I can see what's going on, although it would have been nice if the bullets that the enemies fire weren't the same colour as yours. But because sometimes when you're firing a whole slew of bullets, it can sometimes be hard to see another bullet coming back at you. Scrolling smooth. Sound, well, the machine gun sound effects fine, but the rest of the sound effects are either a bit muffled or a bit twee, especially when it comes to the music. Gameplay wise though is where it falters because as you saw, there are several annoying problems, such as being able to get stuck on scenery, not being able to shoot past scenery that the enemies can. Iffy hit detection, where bullets and enemies just kill you whenever they feel like it. And sometimes you can shoot an enemy and your bullet goes straight through them without even so much as harming them. And what hurts even more is that the Spectrum got a really good port by Elite a few years before this one, which cost less and is much more fun to play and far less problematic. And that captured the frantic feel of the original arcade version perfectly, and had that ability of being able to turn around a corner while shooting and have the shots gradually spread round. You can only seem to fire in the eight main directions in this version, so it makes the game not as pleasant to play for that reason alone as well. This particular version, however, cost £19.99. And it just sucks that players of the Spectrum version would have even allowing for the difference in prices between 1985 and 1989. And the Spectrum versions are generally a superior version, even if it is audio visually limited compared to the Amiga. So yeah, I wasn't massively impressed with this version of Commando, I'm afraid. As much as I wanted to love it, it just doesn't work as well as it could have done. So I'm going to give the Commodore Amiga version of Commando 5 out of 10. Such a shame. The Amiga was more than capable of doing a really good port, and this just isn't it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.